I would like to call to order the meeting of the Zion Park District dated May 17th, 2023 to order. Kay, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Rivers?
Here.
Commissioner McGarrett? Here. Commissioner Pye?
Here.
Commissioner Ferment?
Here.
President Hartman?
Here. If I could ask everybody to please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Your Honor, it's such an honor to have you here.
Thank you.
This is just like unbelievable. I've never had a meeting to where I had an actual judge come and swear somebody in, and it really is a special honor. And we really appreciate your time and be able to come out and do this. This is just I can't. I'm lost for words.
No, that's a special judge, a full federal judge, and he's the best you're gonna find.
So we really appreciate your time, sir.
I appreciate the invite.
Thank you.
Let me know when ready.
Yes, sir, we will.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
we
wanna
have
stand
All right. I will entertain a motion.
about 5 minutes.
there?
I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the Personal Finance Subcommittee meeting dated April 2023, and the minutes of the regular meeting of Board of Commissioners of the Zion Park District dated April 2023. So moved. I have a second?
I'll
Second.
I have a second. All right, Kay, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Rivers?
Here.
Commissioner McGarrett? Aye. Commissioner Pye?
Aye.
Commissioner Ferment?
Aye.
President Hartman?
Aye. Okay, again, it's an honor to have you here, sir.
Thank you.
All right, any changes to the agenda?
Yes, we will not need item number 14. There will be no presentation for the purchase of a mower.
Okay. And ma'am, I'd like to welcome you also. I know you're getting to be a favorite here, so keep coming. We enjoy it.
Thank you, I do too.
Okay. All right, any changes to the agenda?
Yeah, striking number 14.
Number 14, okay. All right. Okay, any comments from the commissioners?
I got a couple.
Do the vote on the
No.
agenda.
Oh, yeah.
Agenda.
approval of the
Yeah,
amended-
for the
as
agenda.
amended, yeah.
Yeah, one second, Jess, let me do this. I'll make a motion that we approve the agenda, deleting item 14.
So move.
I have a second.
I'll second that.
I have a second. Kay, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Rivers?
Aye.
Commissioner McGarrett? Aye. Commissioner Pye?
Aye.
Commissioner Ferment? Ferment?
Aye. For me. Aye.
Ferment. Sorry. President Hartman?
Aye. Okay, now, commissioners' comments. Go ahead, Jess.
First off, it was around the park. It's been looking really good. Out here looks good. What you did is woman clean up the trees. That looked great. I went to Hummin Park yesterday. That is looking good. And I went to conference with you 2 weeks ago. That was a very interesting day at the Capitol. You guys are doing real good.
Thank you.
All right.
To echo what Jesse's saying, that I passed by Alabet several times. It's been looking so great out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent.
it really has been.
Excellent.
So, and then I also want to say, thank the board for agreeing to change the date so that I could be here as a
Oh,
commissioner.
absolutely.
So,
No
Absolutely.
problem here,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'd like to thank the Kay for that outstanding day we did with the tree.
Oh, Earth Day.
Earth Day, it was a great event. Wasn't the nicest weather out there for it, but all in all, it turned out very well. We had a good turnout. So, again, thank you, Kay, for an outstanding job on that, and to your staff also. Anybody else have anything? And Cheryl, thanks for keeping me honest. All right, anything on the attorney report?
No, nothing from the attorneys.
Okay. All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve unpaid bills.
I'll make a motion to approve April expenditures in the amount of $580,234.87.
I have a second.
Second.
I have a second. Okay, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Rivers,
Aye.
Commissioner Magera,
Aye.
Commissioner Pye,
Aye.
Commissioner Ferman.
For me? Aye.
I can't get it.
You'll get there.
And President Hartman.
Aye. All right, executive report.
Yep. I'll try to make this quick so we can get to the swearing in and the oath of office. I just wanted to mention that on May 11th, Governor Pritzker issued his final COVID-19 related disaster proclamation and executive order, officially ending the disaster proclamation of COVID-19 that he declared back in January of 2020. So it's been a long 3 years, obviously, for everyone through the pandemic. The world's changed in many ways. Our park district successfully navigated many phases of the pandemic, safely and in compliance with the ever-changing state and county mitigation efforts. So it was a challenging 3 years. I think the park district did a good job getting through it. We're glad, that it's obviously, ended from all the mitigation effects that we have, but certainly it's still out there, right? And we're still going to be as safe as we can, and hope everyone feels well. As a result of that expiration, one of the things that we did want to mention, we used to be able to hold Zoom meetings, but we can no longer hold Zoom meetings, so we have to have a physical quorum of the board present. So, we just need to keep that in mind as we move forward and hold meetings. Also, wanted to just comment on what Jesse touched on, that Bill, Jess, and I attended the IAPD Legislative Conference in Springfield on May 2nd and 3rd. It really was a good event where we kind of went down. I think pretty much every one of the commissioners have been to it at some point, where it's a good networking opportunity for the reception in the evening, get to talk to executive directors, others in the field, legislators. I took the opportunity when I was down there to, personally thank in person Representative Joyce Mason for all the work that she's done for our community, and especially with the recent DCEO funds that she brought in. So that was nice. And then the next day, was the full conference, which included, many of the distinguished presenters, as far as like the head of IAPD and a lot of people that we got some good information from. Also, Senior Resource Day we had downstairs in the sports arena. That was held on April 19th. We hold that in partnership with Zion Township, so we did have a nice turnout for that. We had 52 vendors and over 300 seniors attended the event. So, that was awesome. As Bill mentioned, we had our Earth Day event on April 29th. That was great. Also wanted to mention real quick that we hired a new full-time employee out at Shepherd's Crook, Porfirio Bernal. So Porfirio is one of Charlie's, key individuals that he leans on heavily. Porfirio kind of stays with us all year. This was one of the final revisions to the Shepherd's Crook budget, was to add Porfirio. So we were glad to be able to do that because he pretty much already works significant hours out there. The incremental cost was effectively just his health insurance. But, just really happy to be able to, offer him an opportunity to join our staff full-time. Other than that, there's some really good pictures, I think, in the report as far as some new signage that we have put out, over on 173. Christine did an awesome job creating a good image for the signage.
Got a question. I like the signage. Are you done the one on Lewis?
No, not on Lewis. No, we have the banners up on Lewis, But all we did on 173 was replace the existing sign.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
I
a,
like that.
yeah, it's nice too. It's anti-graffiti, it's reflective.
Yeah,
it's nice.
It has our new logo on it.
Mhm.
So it's kind of just, trying to brand everything consistently.
Mhm.
All right.
So yeah, that's about it.
All right, thanks, Eric. Any questions? Anybody have anything? All right, sir. It's your show.
Well, I have known David Ferment for over 40 years. We've been close friends. We served together at our last jobs at U.S. Immigration at the time. And I'm happy that he is serving in this important function. This is an important office. I love Park District office. And he has a lot to offer still. And I'm happy you're doing it, and it's a privilege for me to be here. So David, if you would put your hand on the Bible and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, David Fermain,
I, David Fermain,
having been elected
having been elected
to the office of Park Commissioner
to the office of Park Commissioner
in the Zion Park
in the
District
Zion Park District
of the City of Zion
of the City of Zion,
in the County of Lake,
and County of Lake,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution and laws of the United
the
States
Constitution and laws of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution and laws of the State of Illinois,
and that I will well
and that I will well
and faithfully discharge
and faithfully discharge
the duties
the duties
of the office
of the office
of Park Commissioner
of Park Commissioner
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations,
Thank you very
David.
much, sir.
You're sworn in formally.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for
Thank you,
inviting
sir.
me.
Thank you.
I appreciate all of
Judge,
you.
what's your name?
Samuel Deryegan.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, it's an honor to have you here, and this is a great night.
Thank you
So
very
we
much.
really appreciate your
And,
time.
Very, very special night.
It's my pleasure. It's my privilege, actually. So I'll leave this with you.
Thank you very
David, would you
much.
like a photo with him?
Absolutely, yes.
Since my legs gave up on me, I decided to retire, but I'm a lifetime appointment, so.
All right, we'll get one more, Dave.
Okay.
All right, let me get one of me.
And good luck to you guys all.
Great, thank you so much.
Sir, best of luck to you.
Thank you,
Thank you very
sir.
much. Thank you, Ted.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right,
You're welcome. I'll be right back.
Okay.
sure.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, Ted.
And that was cool.
That is very cool.
That was really cool. That's Hartman with two N's, by the way, Judge.
Thank you, Ted. Thank you.
All right,
So I'll go through, I'll call for the nominations.
Yeah.
for the-
sounds good. All right, so we can. Okay,
Okay. Yep, so the next item is for the election of board officers for the fiscal year 2023-2024. So I'll start by calling for a nomination for the office of president.
I'd like to nominate Bill Hartman as president for this next fiscal year.
Any further nominations for the office of president? Can I get a motion to close the nomination for president?
I'll make a motion to close the nominations for president.
Can I get a second?
One second.
All in favor of electing Commissioner Hartman to the office of president, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I declare by unanimous vote Commissioner Hartman elected to the office of president for a one-year term. So moving on to vice president, I'll call for nominations for the office of vice president.
I'd like to nominate Carolyn Rivers for vice president for the upcoming fiscal year.
Any further nominations for vice president? Can I get a motion to close the nominations for vice president?
I'll make the motion to close.
I'll second it.
Okay. Nominations for vice president are closed. All in favor of electing Commissioner Rivers to the office of vice president, say aye.
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 Any opposed? I declare by unanimous vote Commissioner Rivers elected to the office of Vice President for a one-year term. So, okay, so the final one is Treasurer, so I call for nominations for the office of Treasurer.
I'll nominate Jesse Pye for the nomination of treasurer.
Any further nominations for Treasurer? Can I get a motion to close the nominations for Treasurer?
I'll make a motion to close the nominations for treasurer.
And I'll second it.
Nominations for Treasurer are closed. All in favor of electing Commissioner Pye to the office of Treasurer, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I declare by unanimous vote Commissioner Pye elected to the office of Treasurer for a one-year term.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now for the appointments for the fiscal year of 2023 to 2024 are the, I make a motion that we approve the, for the attorney of Ansel Glink.
You can do them all. I think we do them all in one shot.
Do them all?
right? We just say it's listed.
All right, so I'll make a motion to approve the director to Eric Bradley, secretary and assistant treasurer Eric Bradley, assistant secretary Kay Peterson, and FOIA and OMA officers are Eric Bradley and Christine Weirman. I make a motion that we approve those names as stated.
So moved.
Have a second? Kay, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Rivers,
Aye.
Commissioner McGarrett,
Aye.
Commissioner Pye,
Aye.
Commissioner Furman,
For me, aye.
President Hartman.
Aye. All right, I'll make a motion that we approve, let me pull it up here, the designation of regular board and committee meetings, data and times for the location of fiscal year 2023 and 2024.
I'll make a motion to approve the board meeting dates fiscal year 2023, 2024 as stated.
I have a s-
Second.
I have a second. Kate, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Rivers,
Aye.
Commissioner McGarrett,
Aye.
Commissioner Pye,
Aye.
Commissioner Furman,
Aye.
and President Hartman.
Aye. All right. And then the designation of dispositories of the direct district funds.
Yeah, so no changes in that list of authorized depositories.
Okay.
Obviously, First Midwest Bank was acquired or merged with Old National, so it's just now known as Old National, but otherwise, no changes.
All right, so we still make a motion to approve it?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the designation of dispositories for the district funds.
So move.
I have a second.
I'll second that.
I have a second. Kate, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Rivers,
Aye.
Commissioner McGarrett,
Aye.
Commissioner Pye,
Aye.
Commissioner Furman,
Aye.
President Hartman.
Aye. All right. Budget and appropriation ordinance 904. You want to kind of give us a...
Sure. So the budget and appropriation ordinance is required to be filed with Lake County during the first quarter of our fiscal year. Therefore, it must be filed no later than the end of July. And we have to have it on file for public inspection for 30 days prior to having a hearing and then passing it. So because the period of time between our May meeting and June meeting, I think, is only 29 days. So we're going to put it on file now in May, and then we'll come back in July to have the hearing and actually pass the ordinance. The budget and appropriation ordinance is effectively our budget, our operating budgets that we've gone through over the winter months, just in this legal and specified format for the ordinance. And then so once the board approves putting it on file, we will post it on our website and make it available at our front office desk via paper for anyone to come in and review.
Okay.
Yeah, Jess?
Any questions?
Yes. You say it got to be filed no later than July,
So 3 months after the end of our fiscal year, so the end of July. We have to have it done by the end of July.
but we won't vote on them until July.
You will not, correct, officially vote to adopt it until
Yeah,
July. This
yeah.
this is just voting to put it on file for public inspection.
Yeah, will you have enough time to give it to the clerk?
Oh, yeah. I mean, our July meeting is what, the 20th or so of
20th,
July? Yeah, I would really just run it down there the next day,
Okay.
file it in person in their office, they stamp it and everything, so.
Okay, that was my only concern.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right, so are we gonna make a motion to approve this, or just?
To make a
No.
motion to put it on file for public
File?
inspection.
Okay. All right, I'll entertain a motion to put the budget and appropriation ordinance 904 on for inspection.
So,
Have a second?
I'll second it.
All right. Kay, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Rivers,
Aye.
Commissioner McGarrett,
Aye.
Commissioner Pye,
aye.
Commissioner Ait,
Aye.
President Hartman.
Aye. All right. The next one is Resolution 905 to form a district committee.
Yeah, so hopefully you were able to read this page in my director's report that kind of explains what this efficiency committee is. It's a new initiative from the state of Illinois that's mandated on units of local government that levy tax. But it does not apply to counties, municipalities. It's pretty much just like park districts, forest preserve districts. So it's this new initiative to form an efficiency committee and then work with that committee to write a report that will be filed with the county. So, right, we've never done this before, and this is all brand new.
Brand new.
And we're taking all of the guidance and learning all the resources from the Illinois Association of Park Districts. They've done a nice job putting templates up on their website. That's where I got the template for the resolution. The first step that needs to be done is to form our committee, right? So the committee, the requirement of the committee is it has to be comprised of the Park Board of Commissioners, the Executive Director, and then two appointed members of the community. And so we would like to present and add to the committee the two members of Junaid Latif. And Junaid has been a consistent supporter of the Park District, and we've partnered with his organization many times. He's with Humanity First, and Junaid helps coordinate all the Northern Illinois food banks that we've hosted both here at the Park District and throughout the community. So, you know, he's a very positive force in the community and just really likes to provide service to the community. I did speak with him, and he was very eager to learn more about the Park District and take part in this efficiency committee. So we do think that he'd be a good person to be appointed on the committee. And then the second person is Doug Carlson. Doug's been a Zion resident for over 20 years. And he's really passionate about making a difference in the Zion community where families live, where he lives, and he's raised his children. He is a pastor at Grace Missionary Church in town. And again, he is just a servant of the community, and so he'd be very engaged, and he's very interested in taking part in it and learning more about the Park District and being involved in this committee that we're required to form. So the committee will form for 18 months. We will generate an efficiency report that obviously Park District staff will do the majority of the heavy lifting on that. We'll file it with the county, and then the committee will be disbanded.
Okay, I need a little more clarification, like what exactly are we doing this report on, the efficiency of?
So the efficiency of the Park District. So the initiative is the fact that, I don't know how it's changed over time, but basically it's saying that the Park District, you know, is serving the community, right? We're achieving our mission. We are using tax dollars wisely and appropriately, and we're operating safely, and we're serving the residents of Zion, you know, in in what we do every day.
whatever
Is
capacity.
this subjective or are there guidelines? I mean.
Well, the IAPD, so the first step is after we form the committee, there's gonna be a webinar in a couple weeks that probably Christine, Kay, and I will attend, at least the three of us for sure, to understand the requirements of the report,
Mhm.
right? Because it was, again, created by the state, relatively quickly, a lot of people are still struggling with, well, what exactly is the report gonna be? What do I have to have in the report? So IAPD is helping all park districts in the state really understand what the requirements are for the report, guide you on the format of it, and everything like that.
And this information is going
To the county,
to where?
It's required to be filed with Lake County.
to Lake County, yep.
To be filed, but
Right.
who is the overseer of it?
Yeah,
See, there's still a lot of,
Like, what do you mean by overseer? So, I guess my understanding too is that once we create our report,
it's pretty much goes to the
now
county.
anyone can come in and ask the county to see the report, review the report. It's not like there's anyone at the county or at the state that's in charge of reviewing all these reports and then coming back and taking action on them.
So
right?
all the park districts that are filing this, the information is going to be similar just on their districts?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Okay,
correct. Right.
okay.
Yeah.
right.
So basically, it will be with the administrative office of Lake County. That's basically it.
Yeah, right, and so I'm
So it says
expecting
here,
it
so,
to be,
yeah.
things a lot of things information that we should already have, right? What are some of your policies and procedures on this? What are some of your
Yeah.
ordinances? How many staff members do you have? What's your budget?
Okay.
What do you do on safety and things like that? So, I mean, we really look at it, as an opportunity for our district to demonstrate ways in which we efficiently, effectively, deliver significant value to the community, right? Because it's like, no problem, we're happy to kind of toot our own horn, I guess, in this report and show all the, outstanding things that we do and good value that we provide.
Where did
And
the language come from for this resolution?
the language from the resolution was provided to us from the Illinois Association of Park
From
Districts.
IAPD.
So, yeah, the IAPD, really through their website told, all the park districts in the state of Illinois, use this resolution and fill it in so it's applicable to your district.
And actually, if park districts don't have this, and they go out for accreditation, they automatically fail it.
And people
So
have
that's
asked,
important, and
people
it's-
have asked questions too, like, how long is the report supposed to be? Is it supposed to be 2 pages or 200 pages? And IAPD's answer has been, well, we're still figuring that out, and what happens if we don't file the report? To the best of our knowledge, we're not sure yet what happens if we don't file your report.
Okay, well, we'll trust you to keep us informed.
Right,
Yes.
so
Okay.
we've been following this initiative really since January, as we kind of hear like, oh, it's gonna be coming, and it sounds like they might pass it, and here's what it's looking like, and then finally, now we're at the step where like, okay, everyone has to have their efficiency committee formed by June 10.
Right,
So,
Okay.
and that's Mando. Ma'am, did you have a question?
Yes, I did.
Go ahead.
And to kind of follow up on what her concern was. This report will then be public knowledge once it's filed, correct?
sure, yeah, absolutely.
So, for instance, Chamber of Commerce or realtors could access this as selling points for property?
Sure, yeah, they definitely could, I mean, yeah, to show all the parklands that we have in Zion. I mean, effectively, all of our information is public information, so at any time,
But
anyone.
this would be kind of a central location. that
Yeah,
would
I
go
mean, it
for
would kind of be like a summary of all of that, right? That's my understanding and that's my expectation as to what it's gonna be, right? It's kind of like an executive summary of a lot of the information that we have out.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mhm.
Anything else, ma'am?
No.
Jess, go ahead.
okay. We make this committee 18 months if we go away.
Right,
Mhm.
It is dissolved.
the committee's dissolved.
Yep,
It don't make. I understand, but why does it go away?
Well, because the committee is really just formed for the putting of
putting this report
putting this
together.
report together. Yeah, I mean, the park board is still obviously the park board and has all the, responsibilities that the park board has. For whatever reason, they want 2 additional members of the community, 2 residents, to be appointed as well.
So,
I don't know why, but
Yeah.
that's
How
a
many
requirement.
times you got me?
We have to meet, I think, a minimum of
4
three
times.
times.
3?
I think a minimum of 3 times over the 18 months.
Okay,
So
that's not
I would
bad.
expect we'll meet maybe quarterly or so, and as we learn more, and
There hasn't been any guidelines put
the
out.
meetings would be subject to the same requirements as our park board meetings. They'd be subject to the Open Meetings Act. So we'd put an agenda out for it, and my thought would be we just have it like before the finance meeting on the
Yes.
Thursday,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there's still a lot of things still coming out on this, so
There really are.
really, we don't have everything concrete on the way it's all gonna run and how it's gonna be. So, I think the general idea is just getting a committee together, put this report together, file it through the county, and then boom.
Right.
And then if anybody wants access to it, they go to the administrative office at Lake County and they have access to it. But really, a lot of the information that we're gonna be putting in this report is already accessed. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody can access it anyway, so, so yeah, I mean, we'll do what we have to do, and they're taking it pretty serious, I mean, they're,
Actually, I like this, because it basically discusses the process. Where here we may sit here and look over issues and vote on things, but we really don't discuss the process, but how we interact with the other city agencies, how we're looking at our budget, how we get to these, that's what this report will say, how we actually process information. That's what this is gonna be, so.
right. So, and there, again, there's still a lot of things coming out on this, so, then,
So, yeah, the first step tonight is to pass resolution 905 to form
Right,
the committee.
to form the committee.
That's the first step.
all right, I will entertain a motion to approve Resolution 905.
Make motion to approve resolution number 905.
I second.
Second, Kay, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Rivers,
Aye.
Commissioner McGarrett,
Aye.
Commissioner Pye, Commissioner Permin,
Aye.
President Hart.
Aye. Okay, Resolution 903.
Right, so resolution 903 is it's sort of typical what we do at each fiscal year end to, seek board approval for the transfer of funds between funds, right? So resolution 903 has 5 transfers listed on it. So starting with some of the easier ones, small ones first. The recreation fund, as we mentioned, will need to transfer $15,000 into the Shiloh Pool Fund, just to make its cash whole. Similar situation for the transfer from the general fund to the police and ranger fund. It's short by just $40.94. That resulted from prior year tax adjustments from the county, that when they did property tax distributions over the fiscal year, there were some prior year adjustments in the police fund, which caused it to be negative, right? So that's just cleaning up that fund. Same with the bond, from general fund to the bond fund is $1,721.04 to get that fund to be whole. And then the 2 larger ones, obviously, the first one from the general fund to the construction fund is $350,000. And then from the recreation fund to the construction fund is $200,000. Now, moving those funds to the construction fund or capital projects fund is in anticipation of all the projects that we have coming up, right? Shiloh Park development, David Park development, maintenance garage. And as you can see on the cash position report, which we went through in the treasurer's meeting, both of those funds are still in a very healthy spot. So to move $350,000 from general and $200,000 from recreation still leaves them with significant cash balances and leaves them well above our fund balance policy, which is just 3 months of operating expenses. So that's the suggested transfers at the fiscal year end.
The last one. You
Uh,
said 5, I only got 4. What was the last one?
That's what page?
No, the last transfer.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
okay, anybody have any
about?
questions?
Some of these. Oh, thank you. That's what I think.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve Resolution 903.
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 903, a resolution authorizing the transfer of funds of the Zion Park District From the general fund to the construction fund in the amount of $350,000. From the general fund to the police and ranger fund in the amount of $40.94. From the general fund to the bond fund in the amount of $1,721.04. From the recreation fund to the construction fund in the amount of $200,000. And from the recreation fund to the Shiloh Pool Fund in the amount of $15,000.
I have a second.
Second.
I have a second. Kay, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Rivers,
Aye.
Commissioner Magera,
Aye.
Commissioner Pye,
Aye.
Commissioner Ferment,
Aye.
President Harden.
Aye. Okay, we'll go into executive session now for your evaluation.
Yeah, go.
Make a motion.
Yep, yep, I'm gonna do that right now. All right, I'm gonna make a motion that we go into the executive session.
So move.
I'll make a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of the board discussing employment.
Thank you, ma'am.
Compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of employees pursuant to Section 2C1 of the Illinois Open Meeting Act.
I have a se-
Second.
I have a second. Kay, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Rivers,
Aye.
Commissioner Magera,
Aye.
Commissioner Pye,
Aye.
Commissioner Ferment,
Aye.
Sorry, President Harden.
Aye.